The brain is experience dependent. And what that means is it is dependent on experiences to physically grow and wire and develop the brain for all the skills and abilities and perceptions of self and learning that your child will be having, and also influencing, as I said, their physical health and their emotional health. So the brain is experience dependent, meaning the experiences that they have are physically going to wire your baby's brain. So prenatally, there are many connections being made in your baby's brain. And then a baby is born with about 86 billion brain cells. And those 86 billion brain cells need to make connections with one another. But 9 months isn't enough time to connect 86 billion brain cells. So the time after birth is a time that the brain is continuing to develop. And the experiences you provide are going to influence how those connections are made and what parts of the brain those connections are going to be made in. So I'm going to do a simulation with you, as I mentioned, and I'm going to use these styrofoam balls as the representation of 2 of those 86 billion brain cells. So the brain, as I said, is dependent on experiences. If a baby is just laying in a crib with no experiences taking place, their brain doesn't just magically grow. They have to have experiences for that to occur. So, as I said, these are representing 2 of those neurons, brain cells. And when you provide an experience for your baby, or the baby is just having an experience, a connection is being made between those brain cells. So you pick up your baby, it's an experience they're having. You talk to your baby, it's an experience they're having. If you hum to your baby, it's an experience they're having. If you're touching your baby, it's an experience they're having. Each of those experiences is creating connections between the brain cells. So you kiss your baby, you do skin-to-skin contact with your baby, you sing to your baby, you read to your baby, you take your baby outdoors and they feel the breeze on their face. Every little experience, every sensation is creating connections between the brain cells. The expressions you have on your face are making connections between the brain cells. I'm going to tell you one little thing that maybe you've seen occur, that talking about expressions. If a baby is looking at your face, and even 1 day old, and you are sticking your tongue out to that baby will watch and try to imitate you doing that, even that young. So they are watching and they are experiencing right from the start. And I'm trying to make these connections quickly as I'm talking. You can see it physically grows and develops the brain. That's what the experiences you are providing are doing. So, as I said, I was trying to do this quickly, but the brain is doing it at a rate of about 1 million connections per second. That's how rapidly your baby's brain is developing. The earliest days, weeks, and months of life are the time that the most rapid development is occurring. So, important to realize, and how wonderful to know that you get the opportunity to determine what experiences are going to influence the way that brain is developing. So I mentioned earlier, in the one-on-one sessions, I'm going to be sharing ways that you can avoid overstimulating the stress response system so that you're providing the experiences that are going to give the optimal development to your child's brain.